awesome. Our next reader is Jane Lewty. She's the author of Barbara Cool. And right now, you live in Amsterdam.
I do.
And you've come all the way from Amsterdam. So another very warm welcome to Jane.
Thank you, Audrey, and thank you, Jonathan, and everybody who's here. And it's great to be with Zach and Josh and John for the second night, and also Jackie tonight. And I'm not going to read too much. I'm going to read a poem from this. And I normally don't like talking about particular inspirations for a poem, but this is probably the most, I guess, densely inspired thing I've written, and I really like reading it. But every time I do, I have to talk about this 11th century mystic from England called Anselm of Canterbury, who made this idea, this conception of divine truth, which was the idea that if something great exists in the mind, thereby it must exist in reality, and developed a theory of the existence of God, which was hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So, not that I read his entire works, but for some reason while I was writing this book, it was something I came across. So I didn't write necessarily explicitly about that, but it somehow fed into what I'm going to read now, which is called something very different. And it, again, references somebody who might be more familiar to you, which is John Wayne Gacy. So, this is called Area Code, John Wayne Gacy. And it has an epigraph from a poet called Tom Rainer. This is a line that I really liked. It's from a poem of his called South America. And it goes, reaching this point, he sees that he has written pain for paint, and it works better. So, my poem is going to begin. Along the way it was, inveigled in a hymn. Listen, because that is the way I mean it, a hymn or a column. A list of the small, the onlys. Keys, tie, chocolate, my wife, Miami. Photo in the glove box, so easy. There's a mailing to work out. I went desolate and rich to a hotel church thing last week. Anselm of Canterbury says the mind beyond right knowing is lesser. Lesser than the feel of the new sown, the flowering of soap in wood. All those envelopes unopened, the stagger and drag, arm bent back with absolute day shoving. Light that assailed, half sleep driven by a torch. In another country, what is the mark of terror? Ligaments of toe, a tight limb of the boundary of the eye, every longer lettered blue vaporous thing to hold. Not all the fireflies weaving signs ever made it easy. By that I mean the time spent. Look at my body, the surface of it, it's set and cold. I can still hear the soft crack, the seeming of the risk. These days I've learned to see the event. The woman downstairs, she brought a baby home, it cried. There was a treadmill at some point, the figure in the film I made of a flip from door to wall. Don't stop, that's perfect, I want it there. I nearly bought a marble table which was bound. But sometimes on the freeway, things were momentarily pure and good though. It was always low to rain from a slate Madstone stand. And here's an idea, barely there at the time, how certain symbols count. Dogs have followed me ever since, their sutured mouths remote. The phrase, you search for a home that you have one, is always never quite right to be written. I never had a milk jug when I arrived, but somehow that has always stayed with me. In Anselm's theory, the first cause, the self-causing cause, is repeated. repeated, so perhaps in 60 seconds, a mistake over again is made, just a crack might have been meant. Hair like a slash of canebrake or some other strange plant rusted or silken. All the while thinking of my first house, which it was, and the weird floor slant till the water came in, canted and veering every day, a slow swing like my own hand lifting. Doing what I wanted, then drawn back. Neighbours let me see the underground. They knocked in the closet-style hallway, said, "Your friends are all walking home, everyone across the river." After that, just a few curls and twists is all I need for something to assume the greatest importance. Empty shelves, alcohols, new clothes. Distance, says Anselm in a mind from when it tries to enact us for answer in whatever we make or feel with science. Solder a beloved thing with binding wire gauze, wire pliers. I type equations. Watts plus feet plus M percentage loss. I like the word fricative. Last week at the church, at the very back, where else, the walls came like a dip net closed down and I fell out. I really fell. There were dog tracks. It was snowing and yellowish. And Anselm says the bad we are is known with inductive reasoning. Like a battery or effect of it, strange ghost of it, the slow spin of cells, the eventual snap to. A silent dome stroke on skin already cut. View the sun of the line of the points not there. The shining in you always saying you shine, shine sullen, shine dissolved, shine sullen. It's the repetition makes me mad. I was ill as all hell and you're likely not there. There's a naming to work out. So many items like the rose aroma, where a table should be, 7, 8 feet away, blue red light window, the oldest tree on the street, prayer, water, ipecac, the solve on the glitters of it. Many spined ideas, they crawl. I live there, the plateau. Thank you.